Hello everyone, welcome back to a new YouTube cast. Today we're going to be having a look at a best of 5 played between Serral in the bottom right and top left, a barcode player. But we know his real name, it's Time12. It's not his age, I think time is 20, maybe 21. Chinese Terran player, the best Chinese Terran player, the best Chinese player that I think has ever played StarCraft 2. And he's going to be taking Serral on, who is, of course, one of the best players that has ever played StarCraft 2. Not just from one country. He definitely is the best Finnish player. By quite a long shot, I think. I'm not quite sure who the second best Finnish player would be. I guess that's Welmu, a name that a lot of you probably haven't heard in over 5 years or have never heard before. And I think the third best Finnish player would have to be Nama. Nama is the player who won the first major or premier tournament after the StarCraft 2 launch, I think. Or maybe that was Moro, and then Nama won the second one. It was a dreamhack Winter, which he won against Mana, who still plays the game in the finals. Filthy tank all-inner is what Nama was, by the way. Lots of 1 and 2 base tank all-ins. Absolutely disgusting playstyle. One of the cheesiest players I've ever had the displeasure of playing against in my life, but now we have Serral. He's by far the best Finnish player, and also quite a bit he's been the best player in the world for a long time, and recently, of course, Raynor has been knocking him off his throne a couple of times, but Serral definitely still a top 3, top 2 player at any given moment in this beautiful game of ours. We see Time is going to be going for an SCV scout, and we'll be checking if indeed it was a hatchery first. It's interesting to see Terrans do that against Serral, because I can't actually remember the last time I've seen Serral go pool first in CVT. He tends to just be a hatch first player, honestly. So I'm a little bit surprised by this, but there is some extra use of the SCV, which we don't see Time use, but you can also block outside bases a bit, build an eBay or something like that, and then with the Reaper deny the third and even a bit longer. Now, we see Serral take the forward base here on Lightshade. It's going to be patrolling this. Reaper moves in and sees the lack of a third base. He's like, that's nice. Let me just go into this natural, and then he builds the hatchery here. So I'm not quite sure what the use is of of checking that third base, honestly. I feel like it's not like he's gonna try to deny it anyway, so I don't think it matters too much. Queen will pop out. Now we're gonna be seeing a tumor first, as always here. Ooh. Time is gonna try to go for the snipe. Is not gonna get it. Loses the Reaper instead. This is the worst of both worlds. You can get the best of both worlds if you snipe the tumor and you keep the Reaper alive. Then you get the 50-50 where you kill the tumor and lose the Reaper. Or you get the 50-50 where you don't kill the tumor and keep the Reaper alive. But he didn't kill the tumor and lost the Reaper. It's a classic move. Tends to happen in my CVT games as well, or my TVZ games. With my Reaper control. But it's odd to see that from such a high level player as Time, of course. As we see 2 extra cars being produced right here. Now, what does this mean that he lost the Reaper? What does that do here for Serral? Basically, Time is going to have a hard time moving out with Hellions because Lynx can already be on the map and ready to run by. This is a risky move. Imagine there was 4 Lynx here and he would run in with those Lynx at this point. These Hellions would be completely out of position and you'd probably lose a mule, maybe even 2-3 workers. So even though Time isn't really caring about it, he probably should have cared at least a little bit. Now, Overlord Speed does finish here for Serral, who sees... I think he saw the mines, right? He sees a tech lab on this starport. I mean, I'm not sure if Serral is paying attention to this mine burrow. Sees an armory for... 4 mines in that medevac. Only a single spore. If he knew it was mines, I think he would have built a spore base, because without spores you can't see those guys, obviously. Second spore going down. These are anti-Banshee spores, it feels like, though. 1 more spore going down behind that mineral line. Alright, I'm so curious how Serral's going to be defending this. I mean, he has no units in position. Does have a spore for detection. And he has a queen which can tank a single shot. Good micro coming out of Serral. Is going to only lose 2 drones. Clear those 2 mines. Now Hellion run by, or Hellbats actually. moving in towards the third base. Gonna get completely shut down here by Serral. No chance. 3 workers against that 1 mine. Not the most brilliant defense, but what was this? 4 mines, 2 hellbats, losing 5 workers and 3 links. And don't forget the delay on the third base that Time basically cost for himself here. Second factory, but also extra barracks. This is really interesting. You would think that maybe this is quick drilling claws if you're Serral here, but it's actually going to be Blue Flame Hellion. And you do want to respond differently against that. Because against Blue Flame Hellion you actually need units. Against Drilling Claw Mine you actually want a crap ton of drones. Because you're gonna lose a bunch of drones and then you just maybe want to have a spine per base. You know, something like that. Oh, this is funny. This is his Liberator was just missing shot after shot. So you see Serral, only a single queen in here. Spore is trying to reposition for now. No drone's gonna go down. Serral micros this so well. Here come 4 Hellions, Blue Flame. 85% done. You see 2 reactors being built. This seems extremely unsafe, by the way, out of time. He's just kind of saying, alright Serral, I know you're not gonna do anything crazy to me. So right now I only have 2 Marines, that's it. 6 minutes and 20 seconds in, there's no problem. Here comes the Hellion drop. With Blue Flame Hellions, it's gonna turn into Hellbats actually. That's kind of tight. That is kind of tight. Look at the speed at which these drones are. Oh my god. This is nasty, my dudes. Do you one-shot links with Hellbats? With Blue Flame? I'm not sure. I think so. 4 more Hellions. Gonna be dropping them, turning them into Hellbats, or just stay in Hellion tech. Oh, that's 1. That's 2. Here come the Hellbats. Okay, still need the 2-shot, but it's a crap ton of damage. And of course that Splash is doing some real work as well over here. Some nice micro coming out of Time. And he keeps picking up Hellbat after Hellbat. Just dropping them again as well. But I mean, at the end of the day, this is 2 Medivacs, 8 Hellions. What did he kill? Sure, he killed a bunch of links. 2 workers, max. Only 2 workers. 3 mines are being produced at the same time, and the eco of Time is slowly but surely catching up. But here are the Mutalisks, and once the Mutas are out, this dropping fiesta that Time has been enjoying up until this point, I think kind of comes to an end, no? I mean, you can't really fly across the map with random Medivacs, not against the map vision that Serral. Look at this creep stress. This kid is so insane. Now you might be saying, well, I've seen better creep threats, but you can't forget under how much pressure he was in the early game. Like, this is done while basically constantly being under attack since the 4-minute mark. He managed to push out this many tumors. How many tumors is there? Count as 35 freaking tumors. Upgrades are a little bit late, so that's in favor of Time right now. Might be able to hit a very tight 2-2 timing. Here goes a Medivac. As our good friend Serral is in position. Our mines of course grow extremely quickly with those drilling claws. These 2 should be picked off. Or picked up, I think. Not picked up. And the final one. Oh, not gonna get spotted by Serral. Does get spotted. Oh wow. He flew out of the least range, then flew straight back in. Beautiful move there by Serral. He is so ridiculous. The kid is so good, it's not funny. 37 creep tumors. Corruptor. I wonder what that Corruptor is for, right? Maybe just to patrol an area? Does make some sense, I guess. Here goes another Medivac. Did get spotted. Mutas are already repositioning, gonna be finding this Medivac. Yeah, this seems like this might work against your regular Zerg, your regular professional Zerg gamer Time, but you're playing against Serral here. You just get spotted. I mean, you fly through Overlord vision. You can be 100% sure you're going to lose all of these mines. You're going to lose the Medivac as well. Every single mine falls without a single shot. Hellions are coming to the rescue of this Medivac. More like a mental thing, you know? You see some units moving towards you. Serral's like, oh no, not the Hellions. But don't think that's quite how it works. 4th base coming up here for Time. Time's actually in a surprisingly okay position. I mean, he really hasn't done anything that seemed even kind of good. Clears a little bit of creep over here. Mutalisk, they took out either a bunker or a turret, maybe a sensor tower. Ling run by, inputting natural. gets shut down. 82 workers here for Serral, 77 for Time. Who is, yeah, I mean, he's up in upgrade. He's gonna get a 2-2 timing, which Serral really has not much to say against. Big mine count as well, of course, with a double factory. First Thor on the way. Honestly, I'm not too sad about his position here. This move out perhaps wasn't it, because we see a lot of links are moving in right now. Muta's gonna take out this turret. Oh, this is a big blow here for Time. He's gonna end up losing 14, 15 workers. 2 mines get sniped before they get a shot off. Maybe Muta went down, but I don't even think... Oh! Thor, hello? Serral's like, nah, I don't give a crap. I'm gonna kill 10 more workers. Doesn't quite get 10, but gets a couple more. There's a single shot on the eBay. These Mutas are getting quick upgrades as well, by the way. 3-3 hasn't started yet for Time. Time at 57 workers. And we see something typical here, not rebuilding workers, which means he's gonna be going all in, but then these 3 extra racks are gonna be kind of useless as well. Still has decent income from the... Oh, he's actually gonna get tech labs on this? I feel like if you're gonna get tech labs, you need to start rebuilding SCVs, my friend. Yes, there we go. Start rebuilding some SCVs. No 3-3 on the way yet, though. Does have the money for it. This is a lot of Marines, but this is a lot of Banelings as well. Where is there? There's more being morphed. 29 Banelings done, 12 more on the way. 2 halfway done. Army supply still looks very equal, and I mean, Time does have a supply lead. Unpurpose all of his mines at the same time. Bane is moving forward. Gonna be getting pretty decent trades here. The thing here is that Serral is still completely fine when it comes to creep. Has plenty of money. Seems to have enough larva as well. Yeah, Time just has to GG out. He had nothing. Was getting run by it at the same time. I think at his 3rd base, and 2-2 just finished up for Serral. So. Yeah, absolutely fantastic game by the Finnish Wunderkid. Let's head up straight into game number 2. Alright, game number 2 here between Time and in the bottom right, Serral. That's the blue Zerg who took that first game with relative ease, I have to say. His defense is so ridiculous. I was actually surprised how well Time did after that pretty terrible start. I mean, he really didn't get anything done, but then Serral's just too solid, you know. He defends well, he has good mid game, he has good late game. Sometimes I feel like he's slightly too predictable in the way that he plays, but he seems to be, at least against Protoss, been switching it up a bit recently, where he does more aggressive things as well. I'm not quite familiar with all the aggressive builds that Zerg can do against Terran. I know there's a couple, but they tend to be a little bit more all-in, less transitional. As here we see that Hedge first once again coming out of Serral. Cool Overlord movement, no drone scout as of yet. Probably isn't really planning on it. A map like a Romanticide, it's pretty easy to spot all the locations for any potential proxies. CC first. Old school build. This is a build that's been around since, I want to say, late Wings of Liberty. Of course, back then the supplies were different. You started with 6 workers and the game was slow as hell. But yeah, with CC first, actually is really, really good against pool first, because your command center finishes before the links arrive. Now, we're going to be seeing gas anyway. People that are not too familiar with CC first in the ZVT matchup and only seen it in, for example, TVP, they might think, hey, why is he taking gas so fast? Don't you want to get like a 2nd and a 3rd racks? And sometimes you do want to do that against Protoss, but when you play against Zerg, you still want to be getting that very fast gas, because you just need Hellions for map control. Sometimes you see like double gas being taken, then pulled out of gas after you get the 100 gas for that initial factory, and then we see the Terran player go into a very fast triple CC from it as well. So there's a couple of options. Now we're going to be seeing a Marine, not uncommon. It's going to allow for a faster factory, as you can see. Factory will go down here immediately. Reaper does allow for a scout, obviously, even if it would be a way later Reaper than usual. So we see 2nd CC has finished up right now. Is he pulling out of gas? No, he's staying in gas for a little bit longer. Makes me believe we are going to be seeing something with starport tech. Now, there is a build that I've seen from Innovation, which was on Golden Wall against the Rainer a couple of months back, where he played CC first and went into double starport battlecruiser. Built 2 battlecruisers from 2 different starports, and then went into bio. Rainer built 12, 13 queens, and then probably thought it was going to be mech, and then actually just die to bio in the end. It was a fantastic game. I think I casted that game on this channel as well, or I might have watched it somewhere else, but it was an absolutely buzzing game. You can't really go and watch it anymore because I just spoiled it for you. Dang it. There goes another few free views that I had on that video, but it really was very, very funny. And it's just, yeah, I think Rainer played Overlord speed in that game actually. So I think that's the first time I saw that build. I'm not saying we're going to see that build here again, but of course it is always possible. Now we're going to be seeing straight bio instead. Viking starting, no 3rd CC though. There's almost no money in general. He's super poor. Where the heck is his money going? And he has so much gas in the bank. I'm actually super curious what he's going to be doing with all that gas. Holy crap, he's rich if it comes to gas. I feel like he should have pulled out of gas, no? 250 at this point in the game. You want to go reactor? Instead went a medevac? It's gonna go for a Hellion drop then. Armory goes down. So it's going to be Hellbat Stim. Hellbat Stim push? I've never seen this build before in my life. He shouldn't be taking damage on these cars. Yeah, these cars are too important to take damage on. What the hell is this? What in the world? What? Do you see that? He just walked up that cliff. He just stood on top of there. Is this a viewpoint or something? Took a picture for his family before he died. Send it. Luckily he had 5G on his phone. Drops the Viking. So he got stim for 4 Marines. And then has 8 Hellbats. This is not a build. Like, actually just not a build. Triple CC. Work account is looking healthy as well. Serral's looking at this and... Jesus. Awful splits by time. What? This is just it, no? I mean, this is super committed. Whenever you do a play like this, you really need to get something done. Because after this, okay, double eBay, 3rd CC finish out, I mean, the next push that time is going to be doing is gonna hit at like the 12-minute mark. Like, he doesn't even have reactors on these barracks yet. He's gonna have like 5 Marines at the 7-minute mark. And then finally his Marine production is gonna start. Yeah, it's looking awful. He's gonna get a Liberator to try and win some time. Continued Hellion production. 2 more barracks. I mean, this is awful. This is absolutely awful. Serral can just get a fort base, go up to 75 workers, I think. He's not gonna bat an eye about anything. Fort base gonna be taken down here. Creep threat's gonna be out of this world as well. Like, you give Serral 2 minutes, he's just gonna splatter his creep all over the map. Absolutely disgusting. 5 new cars though. The build orders by time have been weird, unorthodox, and also been absolutely not working so far. Just the complete opposite of build orders that do damage. It seems like he's just basically dead in the early game and struggles the entire game to come back. At least that was what he did last game. Still gonna have... God, what a supply block by Serral. Holy crap. It's uncommon for Serral to be this supply block. Honestly, I don't see this very, very often from him. Once again, we have mines in production. Turrets going down already as well, so... I'm surprised that the supply for the Terran is this good after what seemed to me like a terrible early game. Maybe the early game can be this bad and still have fine eco because he's playing extremely unsafe. That is a possibility. Is that he just would die against any type of roach all-in and any, like, basically every single all-in you could think of, he probably would die against. That is of course one of the options that you do have, is just to play very unsafe, aggressive build orders, which also have a lot of eco. Then if you don't get attacked, yeah, you're still gonna be in a fine economical spot, even though your build didn't do a lot of damage. I think that's kind of what's happening here. But he's just not very much on the map. Also, that big supply block by Serral really doesn't help, you know? Jeez, he has so many overlords. 129 out of 184. That's mechanically a little bit sloppy by Serral. And I'm only mentioning that because it's so uncommon. I mean, take a look at one of my games, and this is one hell of a performance. But I mean, with Serral, we just expect a little bit more. You know, you don't really expect him to make mechanical mistakes at all, or hardly any at all. Same with Rainer or Clem or Yoshi's guys players. Mechanically so sound. It's beautiful to watch. Oh, so you're gonna be moving forward here. Oh, that was a big hit. A couple of Banes did go down. 2-2 starting once again before Serral's 2-2 starts. Fort CC is on the way already. No 50 yet for Serral. Infestation Pit not going down. +1 halfway done. And we're gonna be going up to 7. Perhaps 8 gas. I wouldn't mind 8 gas. Do you take this as a 5th? Nah. I think Serral's gonna, yeah, here we go. This is a way better 5th, way safer. And I think you're gonna be expanding towards the top as a Zerg here as well. Maybe eventually. I think these two bases are actually too high. If Terran takes this forward as a point where he can kind of, as a launching pad, basically, to get his pushes going, you have this split scenario where if these areas aren't connected, these rotations are really painful for the Zerg. I think this base and this base is going to be so difficult to hold. We do have a Thor on the way. Don't forget how easy it is to defend run-bys on this map, by the way. This is really the only possibility for a run-by. Sensor Tower is going to kind of clear that possibility by just being there. I wouldn't mind having one more mine over here. I love it how Serral does this, by the way. He goes first with his Muras to clear mines, and then he sends a run-by in. I usually do the opposite. I lose 20 banelings to a single mine, and I'm like, let me clean that up with the Mutalisc. Then lose my Mutalisc while flying it over Marines. That's the difference. As we see a couple of queens still spreading creeps. Creep spread not as good as I imagined it to be, but I can't blame the guy. I mean, Time has been trying his best at doing things here. Time's gonna be dropping towards the bottom side. Yeah, it's gonna be. He's gonna be hitting the Great Wall of Vision. Time might be familiar with the Great Wall of China, but this is the these guys are just standing behind each other. We can see it all, my friends. The vision of Serral is absolutely fantastic, by the way. It's ridiculous. We see a frontal push here coming out of Time. Cleared at least a little bit of creep. And this area is not easy to flank on for Serral either. Needs to actually restart some of that creep in the middle. We have a bunch of Muras flying towards the natural. That's 19 Muralisk. +2 is not done yet, but I don't think that's the biggest of deals. Only a single turret is going to jump it. 19 Muras is not enough to jump the turret, is it? I don't think so. One Mura did end up falling there against the turret. Second turret is going to be constructed right under the face of these Muralisk. I mean, I think you could just pop those, no? There's plenty of gas already, so there's 1k gas in there. Of course, Serral isn't aware of that. Meanwhile, while all of this happened, you got a big rotation coming out of Time here. Mine shots are gonna hit a little bit, but not too much. Small amount of banelings being sent forward. There's no gas in the bank right now for Serral. Is this for a flank or a counter-attack? I hope this is a flank. No, it's a counter-attack. I'm surprised. But highly effective. Extremely effective here. Takes out the planetary base. Is gonna even try to take out this extra base. That might have been a little bit too costly. Oh, get that mine as well. No creep here on the bottom side anymore. Still 3 mines remaining. 66 workers against 77. 3-3 is on the way here for Time already, where Serral is still struggling to even afford +3 carrot pace. What's the baneling count for him right now? Still 38, 5 more on the way. He's getting a healthy baneling count. Time moving towards the bottom side of the map right now. 10 marauders in this army will be a lot better at tanking banelings. 11, 12 mines, 2 fours. I mean, I like the army comp of Time a lot here. It's moving forward very aggressively. More banelings are being morphed in. 40 banelings still here. This is a one-go engagement out of Serral. How is this gonna go? It's gonna take out a lot of the Marines here. Torch putting in some real work though. Serral remains a healthy supply count, but Time right now actually has a bigger army here. Exactly, a lot of that army is either in force or in medevac, and Venus just kind of roll in and like, well, that was fun. Even though Serral had higher army supply, a lot of that was still in production. So that's what I meant with Time has a bigger army here right now. 5th base is coming up, as he also managed to replace his 4th base. Sadly, Time right now has on an income that yes, it's pretty low. It's pretty low. It's not quite it. He threw down a couple of mules just now. He's gonna get some income out of it. This is a dead base. It's gonna even contaminate it. It won't be repaired anymore. Just go down. A couple of Marines go down as well. Mules are so sick. Look at this. 3.8k a minute. Oi, 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 oi. Bill Gates is watching this. He's getting jealous. Man, I wish I had some of these guys working for me. What the hell? Bill Gates makes way more than that a minute, doesn't he? Way more. Bill Gates is so rich. He could buy StarCraft. Not that we want it. We all saw what he did to Skype. It's really ridiculous. Best voice program we've ever had. Bill Gates buys it, ruins it. Typical Bill. What the heck is this? Joey the Mine. Left behind by his friends. He's never gonna see any action anymore. He had 1 kill. He's gonna be stuck here. It's one of those things, you know, where sometimes we still find these landmines from, I don't know, World War I or something, and you have to evacuate an entire neighborhood. It's gonna be this guy. Like 2000 years, the Zergs or the Terrans, once they've taken over this planet. There's actually stuff happening, sorry. Throws a couple of mines here. It is not looking good for Time, is it, lads? I understand his plan, though. His plan is brilliant. Listen to this. What he's doing? He's not building any workers. He's been on 55 for like 10 minutes. For the past 2.5 minutes. Come on, Joey. It's the end of Joey. Not quite the legendary story that I imagine. But yeah, basically what Time is doing is he's not building any workers. He's gonna get a massive army with 3 upgrades, and I hope he's crafting a good army. It's not really a great army. Is it 50 Marines, only 8 mines, single Tor? You want more mines, more marauders. Then you have an army that can kind of live forever. High medevac count, that is something he does have on his 8 medevac. And then you just kind of want to basically take a very big fight and then just push through and pray to God that the Zerg doesn't have enough to reinforce. But here, I mean, it's 100 army supply only. He didn't manage to quite max out. Yeah, it's going to be very, very rough. He's a small amount of Banelings going in again. And again, and again, and again. Serral is trying his absolute best, of course. Trying be as cost effective as possible there. Banelings blowing up on the mines, and I mean, Serral's income has just been too high this entire game. 89 workers, these Marines are going to end up falling as well. And it's 195 against 128. And it's just rough, guys. It's just rough. I don't know what to tell you all. Some turrets are going up here. The boys are working hard, bringing in the cash. Jeez. That's painful. You land 7 mules and they all die within a couple of seconds against these flying mid-mids. A couple do survive, but it is such a hit for your economy. You know, you need to wait until you get your energy back. Right now, there's no energy, can't scan, can't do anything. Does he want to turn this into an orbital? Yeah, I think he does. There we go. Probably just requires more turrets here. Like, Time needs to make a play, but he can't make a play. Serral doesn't need to do anything, really. I mean, Serral can just move Banelings into this planetary with 6 extra times. He has so much money. He's so rich. He has good income as well. Yeah, GG gets called as Time gets absolutely blasted in his 3rd base as well. And Serral is up 2-0. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3 between Serral, here in the bottom right, spawning as the blue Zerg, and Time, here in the top left, as the red Terran. Interesting game there by Time, that last one. Gets his CC first into this weird push, then plays the entire game from behind and still gets in pretty decent positions at times. I kind of just want him to play a normal game instead of just these constant weird all-ins or extreme pressure builds. It's just a standard game. I feel like he's so good and he's kind of, wait, what then? Oh god. Why do I even speak? Why did it rally to the minerals? What's he gonna do? Okay, my theory is that he's gonna be getting a marine first from this, and then he's gonna lift it to kill the overlord that usually is standing on this pillar. This is gonna be a really freaking quick overlord kill, and that's really, really painful for the Zerg player. I'm looking forward to this actually. I think this is a cool move because this goes into a standard game, but it's a nice little twist. He's gonna be looking for the overlord with this, or he just doesn't know. He knows where it's gonna go. He doesn't give a crap. Time is so cool. His builds have been really cool, I have to admit, but oh man, does he not care at all. Yeah, look at him. Pop. Second marine as well. He's gonna yeet Serral out of this game. What the heck? Oh, time. Time. There we go. Second barracks on the way as well. Refinery. This was a one barracks CC, by the way. He's gonna get a second marine. This is so funny. He's just gonna straight up get this overlord. A new overlord is being built for Serral, but that's not enough. He's gonna need one more after this. That's gonna delay his hatchery actually by quite a bit. That's annoying. Does he delay speed? No, he also doesn't delay speed. I mean, this is a late hatchery for him now. Fast CC. 3 racks. This is not a build I've ever seen in my life. Like, I actually haven't... This is such an old school... Like, people used to play like this in Wings, I think. Like, 1 Rex expand. He's actually gonna do a stim push, isn't he? This is a 3 Rex stim push. Oh my god, this is not a build order. This is just not a build order. And I love it. Combat shield? If he gets combat shield, I'll actually end it. Please tell me this is stim at least. Stim, tech lab here as well? No, stim. Okay, stim. It's still possible he's getting a factory, because the second gas doesn't make sense if this is just a 3 racks, no starport units. Oh no. Oh no, Serral, you gotta be joking. The one time Serral decides to all in. Getting a second gas, this is 100% all in. This is not a defensive roach warren. He's gonna be moving into the biggest amount of units he's seen in his life. I'm so curious what Time's plan is here. I'm even more curious. Okay, yeah, so 2 overlords on the way. He's gonna create a lot of supply space for himself, Serral that is. Then he's gonna get like 7 roaches. Oh god. 6. Come on, one more, buddy. 8. 8 roaches. Maybe 9? Give me one more. No, overlord. Sad. Oh! 9. This is an insane all-in. And he's gonna be walking into 30 marines with stim. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Third CC is on the way as well, by the way. A little bit of a supply block here for Time, who is up 2 workers. Factory's about to finish up. I mean, with stim, he's just gonna blast this, isn't he? It's gonna be 14, 16 marines. It's gonna be 18 or 20 marines by the time this is done. Time is moving across the map, and he's gonna see these links. He's like, wait, what's going on here? He still wanna move across the map. Oh god, oh god, oh god. 18 marines. Oh, this is a lot of links moving into this base. 5 marines are stimming in. Oh, this is such a weird game. So Serral is sending back a lot of his units. This is a full wall. And now these marines are going back home again. 1-1 is on the way. I forgot to lift the DPS. It's gonna be okay though. I think the DPS here is plenty. Marines return back home, 42 workers. And all of these things are just gonna die. Combat shield halfway done. He's gonna be able to start some starport units here as well. I mean, Serral needs to kill. There's no transitioning at this point. He's gonna be down in upgrades. He's gonna be down in production. He's way down in eco as well. Don't forget, being down in workers against Terran is absolutely terrible. Because Terran also has 3 mules to work with. It's about it's 3 more workers per mule. 3.5. Okay, here we go. No, here we don't go. Stim. No, no stim yet. Defensive stim, not gonna be moving forward. Doesn't give a crap about losing the depots. He just needs to wait for his combat shield, needs to wait for his medevacs. Once these are out of place, there's no chance, right? Third base gets lifted. Quick zoom out, does nothing. Zoom back in. And here comes the snipes. A lot of links falling immediately. Biles being thrown down. A lot of SCVs going down as well. 10 have fallen already. Stutter stepping forward, I think, is just going to be a little bit too much here. DPS too high. Healing too good. And GG gets called. As time takes. The most ridiculous game 3 I've seen in my life, actually. And kind of puts himself back into the series. So let's head into game number 4. Alright, my dudes, here we are. Game number 4. Now, I have to admit, I made a small error. The game on Romanticide was game number 3, and the game on Death Hour was game number 2. So it became 1-1 and then 2-1 rather than 2-0 and then 2-1. So Serral never really was on match point yet until now. So this is the second time in my commentary that is in match point, but the first time in reality. I'm sorry for that, guys. Happens to the best. So we have Overlord Scout here, and I've kind of given up on time doing something standard. You know, he's just gonna be playing his own stuff, and I don't care. I just want to know what he has in store for us next. You know, he's gonna do something silly, and I love it. Or is Serral gonna do something silly? As we have a drone moving on the map. This is too far for just scouting for proxy racks, right? There's no proxy. No one builds their proxy racks in their natural. That's not really a thing. This could be for a scout, but I think that's pretty terrible. This is... Yeah, we're gonna see it now. If he doesn't build a pool, this is definitely a proxy hatch. So he's... No, why would he scout? Oh, just make sure that he isn't being proxy racked. Just kind of give it away though, doesn't it? I don't think Time was paying attention. I mean, Time has been SCV scouting every single game anyway, so I guess he'll figure it out real fast. Let's see what his response is once he sees it. I'm actually not entirely sure what you're supposed to do here as a Terran player. Gets a CC on the high ground. Just like looking at what he sees, you know? Just spamming a bunch of keys. I don't think he has a clue what to do either. Skips the Reaper though. I kind of like that. I like him skipping the Reaper. I think that's cool. Creates a lot more Marines for himself. Bunker on the low ground. Do you cancel here as Serral? Then get an Evo chamber? Or what's the play? I mean, if you cancel, there's just a CC on the high ground. It's kind of irrelevant, isn't it? I guess you get a queen here. You send a couple of Zerglings. 4 Zerglings being produced at home. I mean, in one way, it is a way so that you don't need to get Zerglings because there's no Reaper, right? So he starts a queen. Does he get Zerglings from here as well? I feel like he almost has to. I wouldn't mind that. I mean, if you're gonna build 4 Zerglings, it makes more sense to build them from here so they don't need to move across the map. They can build drones at home. Okay, now he wants 6 Zerglings from here. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. This is gonna sync up perfectly with these 4 arriving. And then with the queen popping as well. Then he's gonna throw down a creep tumor to deny this base from ever going down. 2nd barracks on the way, 3rd barracks on the way as well. This is the type of stuff I really love. Okay, let's see what happens here. Gets a creep tumor. That's a big thing already. Oh, he's gonna go the moment the thing dies. Won't he? Yeah, he's just preparing. Oh, he's just preparing hard. Time is having none of it though. He's like, I'm not gonna attack this building. I don't want these broodlings to be able to help you out. Yeah, he's just gonna clear the links. This is brilliant. This is high level play. Now he's gonna get the queen, and Serral just wasted a lot of money on these extra links that weren't all that useful. He should cancel these as well, I think. I really think these should be cancelled. Yeah, there you go. Good call by me. Serral doesn't really make mistakes, so if me and him share a call, it means that I also did something smart today. Now Roach Warren is out. We see 3 racks stimmed marines off of 26 workers. At the end of the day, Serral's up 10 workers. It sucks that he didn't manage to get like another creep tumor outside of scan range. I think that would have been big, but you know, it is what it is sometimes, guys. It is what it is. Depot goes down. Roach Warren. 3 roaches on the way. What is the follow-up here for time? One can wonder. Is he just gonna walk across the map and kill his opponent? Nah, Stim is too far away. This is what? 15 unstimmed marines. He's keeping a bunch of marines at home for now. Factories on the way. He's playing 3 racks actually. I don't think he should fight. He has no clue what's there. Yeah. At least wait for Stim. He is gonna wait for Stim, then he's gonna go. Still not the biggest fan of it. He's just gonna lose on marines. I think this actually was a bad move. He lost a lot of freaking dudes. I mean, he's playing against pure roach. These marines would have been so helpful later on in the game. Once you have medevacs, once you have combat shields. 44 workers against 34 here. Roaches are out already. He's going to be playing 1-1 roach. I mean, oh no, he has link speed as well, actually. I wasn't aware of that. You could still play Ravager Link Bane. What's the marine count? 60. Marauders on the way to medevacs. No 3rd CC yet. Let's not forget about that. I did. I forgot about it. I was like, hey, wait a second. This is pretty all in, isn't it? This is pretty all in. Single eBay. No triple. I don't think Serral's aware that there's no triple though. He's playing, he's very keen on getting extra upgrades, extra drones. Gonna be popping up to 60 drones soon. He's playing 1-1 Roach. Extra overlords being produced. And he needs to start Roach production at this point. Yeah, okay, he does. Good call there, Serral. Not bad at all, not too shabby. Combat shield almost done. 2 more medevacs on the way. I'm always surprised by how well how good the follow-up of the Terrans look. After the game starts so weird, you know, it kind of fits. It feels like he's been playing against this strategy for years, but I'm pretty sure it's like the first or second time time has seen this. Well, a little bit behind what we're observing here. One tumor gets sniped. 5 more drones, 9 more drones. I mean, there's a 3rd CC, but it's just now on the way. Do you really need to go up to 67 drones? To stop a 44 worker all in? It's into supply block as well. This is awful. He won't be able to build extra Ravagers because of that. I mean, he has 8 roaches. There's 32 marines and there's a tank. So's his dad. And queens are good with no 1-1 yet for him. Halfway done. Roach speed not finished yet. 5 more roaches are on the way, so is his spine. The tank does go down, but so do all the queens, so do all the roaches. +1 just being a little bit too strong here. Overlords are gonna go down, and GG. Time ties up the series and takes it to the rubber match. Let's go there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, game number 5 between our Chinese Terran and our Finnish Zerg here on Pillars of Gold. Beautiful zoom in on those drones, look at that. Pop, pop, mining like their life depends on it. This has been one hell of a series. I feel like every single time the guy that cheeses just loses. The guy that hits faster with the all-in is the one that's losing. Serral all-in twice, or did some weird build orders twice. He lost twice. Time did some weird build orders. Well, 3 times, honestly. He only lost twice, so... yeah, I don't know. It's just been a weird series. It's just been an awkward series. These are the games where you look back on it and it's like, well, I guess I lost. Like, there's not much to analyze, you know? At least not being Serral. Like these last 2 games. It's like, yeah, a very painful supply block there in the end for Serral, and slightly too many drones, I guess. I don't even think his start was that bad. It just seems better in these standard situations. The situation where here he's the guy trying to react rather than setting the pace of the game. And Time is of course very keen, usually on setting the pace of the game. So we'll see if he's once again keen on that. Maybe we're actually going to be seeing a more normal game here. A triple CC perhaps from a 6 or 8 Hellion opener. Oh, how I crave for the standard after seeing all this unique play. Grabs a couple of minerals in his mouth, or in his hands actually. Throws down a CC. See pool on the way here. Overlord spread pretty decent. Keeps one Overlord at home, of course, just in case. Just in case they want to get tricked. SCV scout for the bajillion time, I feel like, this game. It's weird because usually the guys that all-in tend to not SCV scout, so they have a little bit more money for their all-in to hit like 3-4 seconds faster, you know, just bang these couple of seconds on the factory timing or on the starport timing, on these Hellions, just being able to pump them out a bit quicker. No second gas, no, 4 second gas, who am I kidding? Reactor will go down here, so we're seeing this Reaper go straight up into the natural and trying to get some damage done here. But as we're watching Serral defend, this will do absolutely nothing. He's not even gonna get a single link. Serral's micro in these early game scenarios is so solid as well. All of the Zergs really are these days, but you almost never see Serral do something here. Oh, he's gonna lose the tumor. Oh, I think he mistargeted there once. I think this tumor should have been dead. Serral got away with murder there. Oh yeah. Back to inject. Whoop. Come on, Queen. Stop being so lazy. No, back to the ramp. Now he should inject though. He's 21, 23. It's gonna be too late for the inject at this point. Third Queen on the way as well as Overlord speed, so Serral is gonna be the reactive player here. So we see Tech Lab. That could be a couple of things, but I wouldn't be surprised to see Banshee or another armory build with that fake Banshee basically and going into medevac. Seems like these fakes don't really work against Serral though. Some cuts here on the workers, you see that? Some slight cuts on the workers. It's gonna be Banshee, right? Yes, Banshee indeed. Overlord speed is gonna be able to spot that. This is very fast Banshee, by the way. Are very fast. It could be faster if you just skip Reaper or play gas first, but it's gonna be a normal quick Banshee. Just a normal Banshee, actually. Not sure why I said it was fast. I don't understand these Marines though. Are they just for denial of scouting? The moment he got scouted, he cancelled the Marine and started a tech lab, so I guess that's the reason why. 30C will go down soon. We see the SCV already patrolling, and gadang. There we go. Depot goes down here. See Serral just moving about with his Overlord. What are these cars going to be able to do? 6 cars are out. Stim starts. Maybe a scan? No, decides not to. Moves back, rotates to the other side. Rotates even one further. Maybe trying to get some type of tumor here. This was all a trick. Trying to bait out a tumor over here. And you really want to waste a scan on this? Oh, it's a free tumor, which is nice always. Goes back to check one more time. Nothing is growing. And decides to just go back for a little bit. Move in between areas. Gotta see the queens over here. Should move to the right side as a result of that. I always love to see these dance between queens and Hellions. People look at this and they go like, well, you know, it's pretty standard. But it's really, really difficult and really quite tense for both players. Like, the Terran player doesn't know how many links there is and is afraid of constantly being surrounded. And as a Zerg, like at any given point, the Terran could just poke in. Decide to give up on all types of safety. Run in and hope for the best. Now here comes a double Banshee actually. He's going to be able to take out a queen if he wants to, no? Doesn't want to though. I think he should have just gone for this queen. That queen was free. Instead he's going to be using these Banshees to zone out the queens. And then try to run in with the... And it just doesn't work. Serral's like, okay, you want to try that? Sure. Do some damage on my queens. I'm not going to run away. I have an overseer coming soon. I have 7 queens total already. Spire on the way, 5 more drones. Creep all going out on the left side right now as the Hellions got pushed to the right. What looked like a really cool maneuver actually did absolutely nothing. These Banshees were completely useless. 2 Medivacs with Marines are flying out right now. 6 cars still on that right side. Nothing lost yet this game, except for the Reaper. I think maybe a Ling or a drone on the other side. Is this gonna be a cancel on this base? I don't see it. It's 5-6 Marines. DPS here just isn't enough. This tank isn't even in range either. Oh. Good dark fire with the tank on these Banes. Where are the queens though? Queens should be coming in soon. Yeah, the Marine count's just too low. Marine count just a little bit too low. There we go. It's gonna be a pickup on the tank. More tanks in production. Yes, there are. Oh my god, are you joking? Are we losing this tank? No. Yes. Painful. Very, very painful. 6 Mutas are out. Might be seeing some type of counter attack even here. There's no turrets out yet. Well, a single turret is out. 5 racks being built. No armory. So 2-2 is going to be delayed here as well for time. Who is just gonna forget his armory for now. Upgrade starting for Serral at this point. Is that a second tank or no, that was a third tank? Holy crap. He's believing this is Hydra Bane. I wonder why he's misreading this situation so much. Hey, these mutas are going to be able to do a lot of damage. 8 racks. It's 8 racks. So it's not going to be taking these gas at all. This is not good. This is not good for time. 8 racks isn't bad against Muta, but he's just not ready for the Mutas. That's the issue here. I don't mind the decision of strategy. He's just getting tanks. He was trying to hard counter Hydra Bane here. Oh, this is gonna cost a lot of SCVs. 7, 8. I mean, there's nothing in the natural either. He's just gonna fly through. He's gonna get 4 or 5 workers here as well. That's one more. He's actually gonna right click the turret. He's gonna get the turret. That's no cancel. Oh, this is painful to watch. So many workers going down. Couple more Marines being killed as well. I think he can turn around and fight this actually. This is only 4 or 5 Marines. 2 more were running in as well. 1-1 is done, I guess. Meanwhile, we have, oh my god, Banshees being lost for free. I think another, okay, 2 Medivacs took some damage, but not too much of real units lost. Now these Medivacs are not gonna die, right? 1 Medivac is gonna die. This is the micro on the Mutas is absolutely fantastic. Are we gonna see a run by being set up? Of course we are. Why do I even ask? Only thing that Serral is lacking a little bit is creep spread towards this area. Maybe a little bit to the right as well, but I mean, he's playing against someone who's on 4 gas right now. Has trouble starting +2 because he has no money. He's gonna get blasted real soon again by these Mutas and Lings, I feel like. Not the greatest engagement there for Serral. Still has more army supply. Does need to be a bit careful, of course. Does he want to build more workers? I don't think so. Oh. Jesus, 27 Banelings. +2 melee. No carapace started yet, but the thing here for time is you could be thinking, well, he's going to get a massive army. He has only 60 workers. True. But what's also true is that Serral's just going to get more and more Banelings. I'm losing 2. 1 Muta for now. Lings coming in for the clutch save on those Muta list. Getting moved too far forward. 5th and 6th base being taken at the same time. This is a fake. I guess Serral's just planning on losing 1 base and giving it up. So no matter where time is going to push, what Serral does is he gives up that base and he does a massive counterattack at the same time, I think. You see counterattack number 1 here coming up. It's going to be able to snipe the tank. Is this going to force time back? Yes, it will. All these Marines should fall. These Mutas have a lot of damage. There's no +1 yet, but he's freaking 60 Mutas. Like, no crap, it's going to do some damage. Is he going to go for reactors? What do you kill in this situation? Oh. Man, Serral's so fast, he's tricking me again and again. No, it is gonna fall. Good call. Okay. Time trying to get back to that anchor point with the tanks. Let's meanwhile harassing these depots. Gonna actually supply block time. 2 more depots are on the way. It's not gonna be enough though if all these 4 go down. Sensor tower should be taken out as well. Will help him set up any kind of later counterattacks with Ling Bane. There's so many Banelings, isn't there? 51 Banelings, 2-2. Not quite done for either player. Plus 2 attack just finishes for time. It's gonna be in time for the fight, but it's gonna be 51 banelings one more time. Lynx as a run by. Chinese Terran is not ready. It's too many banelings. There is absolutely no way. Stim didn't even get activated on half of those guys. Banelings rolling in and tanks are shooting, but this is not going to be enough as the entire third base of time is getting ravaged here. There's 6 bases for Serral. He has 180 supply, 100 army supply. 2-2 is about to finish up. And he still has a mute account of 18, 12 banelings. 8 more on the way, and here we go. Muta's coming in from the side. Banelings and links coming from the front. Another link flank, and this is going to be it for time. Who GG's out, and Serral takes this series 3-2. If you did enjoy this, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're very close to 10k subscribers on this channel. So if you do like it, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment down below, tell all your friends about it. And I'll see you all next time for a new video. Bye bye.